Do you guys want more Jets videos for free, by the way? It's very simple. All you guys have to do is hit that big red button. That way you'll get all of the Jets videos we do from now until the season ends and then into the off season and into eternity. All you got to do is hit that big red button and subscribe right now. Could Cam Newton go to the New York Jets? He's the top free agent out there, and it seems like every fan base wondering if they could end up landing Cam Newton. So let's take a look and if it makes sense for the Jets. Now, as I'm sure you guys all know, there are two things we must realize. Number one, Newton is a free agent, but he's not what he was in his prime. At this point in the NFL season, it's impossible to see him as a starter for pretty much any NFL team. But he still can contribute, as a high-end backup quarterback, assuming, of course, he's willing to do that role. Now, the Newton we saw last year from New England, was not nearly as good once he came back from his bout with COVID, which his vaccination status also an issue potentially for NFL teams out there. He wasn't the same guy that was the MVP caliber player in Carolina, but looking around the NFL, it's not like there are great options around at backup quarterback. I think that's true for the Jets. Now, make no mistake, Cam Newton comes in, this is still Zach Wilson's team. He is still the hopeful franchise savior for New York. Mike White, though? I don't know. I don't know if he's the best option, really, as a back quarterback, given he's never played a real NFL snap. Strangely enough, neither Wilson nor White have actually thrown a regular season NFL snap. Now, again, Wilson is the future. You would not bring in Cam Newton if you thought in any way that he would impact in a negative sense the Zach Wilson development. Mike White, meanwhile, who would you rather have, honestly, as your backup quarterback? Mike White or Cam Newton? I kind of lean a little bit more towards Cam Newton, assuming you do trust him to be a good backup. God forbid you end up seeing an injury to Zach Wilson. Mike White's not going to win you anything. Now, maybe the Jets don't want to win games if that ends up being the case, but I do think Newton would be an upgrade over Mike White as the Jets' backup quarterback. So what do you guys think? Would you sign Cam Newton? Get your votes in for me right now in the comment section. Why for yes you would, and for no you would not. Who will be the breakout player this year for the New York Jets? I'm going to throw out the name Bryce Hall at cornerback. He is in line to start this year for the Jets at one of their two outside corner spots. Now, to be blunt, as we'll go more in depth here in a little bit, Jets are not in great shape at the position, but Hall is the most intriguing one to me on this roster. I think, he's a very good schematic fit for what head coach Robert Saleh wants to do on that side of the ball, and before his nasty injury at Virginia that dropped him way down the draft boards, I thought Hall had immense upside. In fact, I liked him a lot, even with the injury coming out of Virginia. And with the rather surprise release, at least for me, of Bless Austin, Halls might end up being CB1 for this team. I mean, I'll list him at CB2 for now since that was what was on the Jets depth chart, but it's just cornerback starter maybe is the way to describe that one. Is it Brandon Echols as the opposite starter? I'm not really sure. I think the Jets here in the short term and maybe long term are banking on Bryce Hall emerging as a piece for this defense. I am very concerned about this Jets secondary. I like what Bryce Hall could potentially bring. He's got great size. He doesn't have elite speed, but I think for what the Jets are going to do on defense, that's something they can find a way to scheme around, as the Niners that cover 3 style defense has done many times in the past. So what do you guys think? Is Bryce Hall going to break out this year? My hope is yes, but I want your honest answers. So get your votes in. Why for yes and for no?